This is the Mojo68 from MelGeek. It's like a custom keyboard that's already been built for you. Starting at around $199, it comes in a variety of colors and keycap options. They sent me the monster variant with these nice bluish teal colors, which is a little more at about $229 because of the keycaps. By the way, thank you MelGeek for sending this out. Inside the box you get an instruction manual, the keyboard, and hey wow look, another box. Inside that box is an L-band USB-C cable for some reason, a keycap puller, a wireless USB dongle, and a few extra keycaps if you want to swap those out. There is a USB-C port at the top left, which makes me question the L-band cable, and right next to that is a 3-way toggle switch that lets you change between wireless, Bluetooth, and off. You've got 4 small rubber feet on the back, power and wireless LED indicator lights in the corner, and a nice little message hidden underneath the case. Very true, MelGeek, very true. This board doesn't really seem like it's meant to be taken apart, and I'm too scared to break it, so you're just gonna have to look through the case. Luckily, it's clear, so that's nice. You can see through the case that it is gasket mounted, though if you're expecting any kind of flex like you would normally get with a good gasket mount, this is actually pretty stiff. The plate, I believe, is aluminum, though I couldn't find any confirmation on that. You've got plenty of sound dampening with Poron underneath the plate, and a silicone dampener between the PCB and the case, which you can actually see through the case. I think the board looks really nice. The keycaps and colors here go really well together. The fully transparent plastic also looks very clean. The photos on their website don't do it justice. But it can also be a bit of a fingerprint magnet. The keycaps are double shot and appear to be ABS. They're really smooth and shiny, not textured at all. I actually really like how they feel. The profile here is one they're calling MG, which is very similar to SA but a bit shorter. Very sculpted and might be a little hard to type on if you're not used to them. The finger divots are nice and cozy for your fingy tips, so that helps once you're used to them. I wouldn't recommend these for gaming, but they're pretty great for typing. Speaking of typing, let's give this bad boy a nice... Ew. No. Yeah, so they sent me clicky switches. If you're new here, I'm not a fan. The switch options are a number of Gateron Pro switches, including yellow and silver, which is always really nice to see. I would recommend one of those. Gateron Pros do come factory lubed as well, at least the non-clicky ones do. So the work is already done for you. This was a Kickstarter board, and at the time they offered the option of various TTC switches at a higher cost, but I only see the Gateron options on their website. Luckily this board is hot swap, so we're just going to take these blues out and pretend they never happened. By the way, the switches are south facing, so you won't have to worry about interference if you decide to change out for cherry profile keycaps. This board's going to sound nice. To replace the blue switches, I'm going to use the tried and true Gateron Milky Top Yellows. I know I use these in like every video, but hey, they're cheap, they're available, and they're really popular for a reason. The stock switches were pretty tight in the board and very hard to take out. The plate did end up getting scratched from removing them with the switch puller, so that's just something to be aware of. Now that sounds a lot better. The keycaps have a deeper, thocky sound. If you're into something a bit higher pitched, I do recommend choosing one of their lower profile keycap models. Just for fun, we're going to swap these out for cherry profile whale PBT keycaps from Kinetic Labs. This video is not sponsored or anything. I'm not affiliated with Kinetic Labs. These are just my current favorite keycaps. Sounds nice. The stabilizers could use some work though. They do come factory lubed, but it's a little inconsistent. They are plate mount, so you can easily remove them without having to take the whole board apart. They are pre-clipped as well. I added a bit of Krytox 205 grade 0 to the stabs just by kind of pushing some in there with a brush, and it did help a bit, but you might want to just properly take these out and give them a real good lubing. You might want to take these out to give them a proper lubing and any mods that you want for the sound that you're looking for. The 2.4 GHz wireless works really well. In fact, I mostly use this wirelessly for the majority of my time using it. And the Bluetooth, I mean, it works as a Bluetooth keyboard is intended. Not a whole lot I could say about that. There is RGB, but it is very dim. You can toggle effects using the keys on the board, but with any of the keycap options you can order, you're barely going to be able to see the RGB anyway. And that's with the stock switches as well, which were more RGB friendly. There is software available, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. It's like a weird file type, and I'm pressed for time. Sorry, please don't hate me. It looks like this, so that's neat, huh? I do hope we see VIA support in the future, as from what I can tell on MelGeek's download page, their other boards do support VIA, so it'll be really nice to see that on the 68 as well. All in all, I think this is a really nice board that I do see myself using as part of my regular rotation of my main keyboards. There's a lot on offer here and a bunch of nice looking styles to choose from, some great stock switch options as well, and the sound is already dampened. It's like having a custom board that you really don't have to do much of anything to. How nice is that? I will have a link in the description if you guys want to check the boards out. Availability does vary by style right now, but you can at least take a look and see what's there. As a reminder, I have a ton of affiliate links in the description if you want to take a look. It really helps support the channel. Some of the stuff you can do in there is even free. And speaking of free, it is also free to subscribe if you're new, hit the like button, and leave a comment maybe telling me about the board and what you think of it. Do you plan on picking one up? I'd really like to know. And most importantly, feel free to share this video with a friend or another friend, a bunch of friends, all your friends, all 3 of your friends. And maybe you got social media, you can share that on social media and whatnot if you'd like. That really helps support the channel in a lot of ways. It's free for you, and it really does a lot for me, and it means a lot. I really mean that. All right, I gotta go. I gotta start editing. I got like a day to do this. Thank you guys. Thank you, MelGeek, for sending the keyboard. I'm out.